Hello everyone, my name is Hunter Yes Hunter No, and welcome back to the Poggies SMP Season 2, Episode 24. I'm sure you can't, well, I don't know. I was about to say I'm sure you can't recognize where you're at, but there's a decent chance you probably actually can. You see, we're here. This is the mine line. This is a line that has been waiting for a very, very long time to be completed. Right off the dock here, coming down off the mountain here, that's what leads up to the valley branch line, and yeah, I've just kind of left it here for a long time. I even started the quarry that it's supposed to lead up to, but then I left that alone for a while too. But I finally got around to it. We're building that here. So join me for a second here while I build up this track. At the end of the last episode, we finished off the town of Wakewood over in the the logging area that I started quite some time ago. Similarly, these are the branch lines of the railroad, the places that the trains go to and from. Obviously, a railroad can't just exist on its own. It has to have destinations and places to be. So that's what we've been working on this latter half of the season. And yeah, this is just yet another of those destinations right on up here. This quarry was designed, I guess is the right word, a long time ago, and then sat here unused for absolutely ages. I have since started blowing off rock bits, designing a little bit. We got some cobblestone, and then yeah, of course, I finally got around to building this line here. This took way longer than it looks. There's a reason I don't bother time-lapsing all this track laying, because it takes for freaking ever. Also, all of this area is terraformed. Like, it looks like a nice, big, smooth, funky, yeah. No, this is 100% a lie. This landscape, it's all a lie. Check this out. Boop. It's all a lie. Everything, you've been lied to. Reality's an illusion, and time is, what's the thing Bill Cipher says? Oh, I'm out of rockets. Wow, that's awkward. Do I have a empty chest? No, I don't. Ah, TNT, and flint and steel. Editor Hunter, show them the TNT and flint and steel. This isn't what it looks like, I swear. I've done worse things, right? There we go. So anyways, yeah, so as you can see, so I had to take out all the trees in the area, obviously. I then built all of the basalt pathing here, and then I terraformed. Oh yeah, you want to talk about more terraforming? Let's just peek on in here. Oh, lots and lots of terraforming, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but now the real progress begins. I need to make this mine, this quarry. It's not a mine. I keep saying mine. It's a quarry. That's what it is. It's a stone quarry. I have a plan to make this place look very fun and very fancy, and that does not involve hiring out all the Poggies to build a little thingy. No. So this one I have an entire plan for. And speaking of places I have plans for, oh, the dock. Oh, the dock. There is so much to do out here, and well, we're going to finish it all today. Like I said at the end of the last episode, this is where we finish it. This is where this episode is going to be the end. Oh, I also need to come up here. I just need to slap some buffers on the end of this pathway up here, because this track is never going to be finished. It's just going to buffer out over there. So, yeah. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to finish laying the tracks and then the sleepers for this whole line. And then the real fun begins. And then the real fun begins.
I'm in my basement. Or the basement of the unfinished build that I had.
Oh, in the logging town.
Mm-hmm. That's why I did not see your name tag through.
No, I was shifting for most of that. I shifted for most of that
okay.
until I knew until I knew it was too late for you.
That was pretty perfect. You
Near the dock.
are done. Fire. Don't show your face here again.
Definitely quoting something, but I have no idea what it would be.
It's a Breaking Bad.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh,
I just
okay.
know that part from memes.
So this rail line, this has been waiting for probably like a year now at this point.
Does it finally go to the quarry?
Yeah, the quarry. Oh, the quarry. Not only does the rail lead up to the quarry, but the quarry is now complete. Welcome to the quarry. Doesn't have a fancy name or anything. So this over here, this is just an open bed freight car for, rocks. Because it's a quarry.
Nice. Where's Rockman? Editor Hunter put a little Lego man hiding behind.
So, you see these tracks everywhere?
Yeah.
They're not just for decoration, buddy boy. Enjoy the ride. Whee!
Let me hit F1, go into cinematic mode.
Oh, you get the whole experience, all the cobbly walls,
Those are TNT, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They look like crates because of my texture pack. Or I guess they look like actual like TNT from real life, but... Ooh.
Oh, I left the lever on. You're going for another round.
Alright, cool.
I didn't mean to. I forgot I was supposed to press the button, not the lever. The lever's if you want to have it run continuously, which was not my intention, but... Anyways, you like it?
Yeah. This is a trapdoor.
Oh, it's just ground detailing. Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
No secrets. No secrets.
I mean, the secrets are pretty much all around the roller coaster. So we got the water tower up here. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing much up here. Just a cool ladder. But yeah, so you remember blowing this place up, right? Like this is where we did all the.
Oh yeah, no, I remember this.
Yeah. So yeah, there's chunks of TNT everywhere. They serve no purpose other than decoration. So please don't blow them up.
You're lucky I don't have flint steel.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, you can run along. All of this is still, traversable, parkourable. Up here,
Yeah.
cute little pond. And then I did this down here. So the sculk down there. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah?
You see the sculk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I may or may not have sacrificed a lot of chickens down there. Don't ask where I got the eggs. But yeah, I skulkified this, and then I cleaned up the
Is there a sign down there, or am I just hallucinating?
No, you're hallucinating. I don't remember putting anything else down here.
Oh, it's probably that. Ow.
Oh, the skulk catalyst? Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah.
It spreads the skulk. I guess I probably could have hid that better, but oh well.
Nah, it's fine.
So it's just it's like a stone quarry. Like it's nothing crazy special, but it's like it's just another location on the railway. I had bigger plans for this earlier in the season. Things changed.
As you say, nice little environmental storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. Oh, I didn't strip any of this. Oh, I didn't strip that whole section. Oh, 1 sec, I gotta strip.
That's what she said.
Okay, it's funny because you don't have a girlfriend. Sorry. Oh, anyways, so yeah, this was something I worked on. It looks good. I'm proud of it. Don't die.
Hell yeah. You should put a disclaimer that I'm heavy allergies, or just sick. You just say I was sick.
That's fair. Yeah, I probably will.
Because I technically still am.
The mines are done, but that's only one of the many remaining projects. As you can see, there are black blocks, blackstone, and signs everywhere telling me what I'm missing. There are 3 major things that I'm missing. Number 1, signal boxes. If you know anything about railroads, this is a big fat duh, and I can't believe I haven't done this already. Signal boxes are basically the guys that turn the points over here. They're the guys that are going to make the point. Obviously, they also do signals, but I don't really have the energy to build accurate signals all over the place. So we're just going to do the points, So we're gonna build some little shacks up on stands. They're gonna be able to see a little bit higher, and they're gonna be the ones changing the points so that engines can go to and fro. There's a bunch of these all over the place. Number 2 that we're missing, obviously, it's the rolling stock, because there's rolling stock to be done. I need a tanker and an open car flatbed over here, and I want an open car over here. And 3 is, of course, the 2 buildings that we're missing over here. We are missing the coaling depot, and we are missing this gosh dang water tower. I keep teasing this water tower. It's not even on purpose. I meant to build this 3 years ago. You can decide if that's sarcasm. Anyway, so what I've got here is all of these signs marking out everywhere that I need to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little book here. I'm going to go around. I'm going to find all of these... Is that a stupid idea? Actually, why do I need the book if I've already got the signs here telling me what I need? This is a dumb idea. Get out of my inventory. I don't need you. What we're going to do is I'm literally just going to go around the dock, and I'm going to just start finding little locations like this and start building whatever the sign says. I'm not going to try and plan any of this or say that there's going to be a particular order because, well, I mean, you know, just look around. Anywhere you see a black stone block behind me on the dock here is a location that something needs to be built, whether that's... And a couple of these might be engines. I might throw... I got one all the way out here, too. I'm debating putting an engine on this little track here because I think it'd be cute. But I haven't decided yet. So I guess... Well, I guess I should stop stalling and just... I just gotta finish this project. I have to finish this project because the season's over. It's done. This... I mean, this is it. Like, everyone else is done with the server. Everyone... That logging town, that was the last project anybody was putting effort into. Alex has left. He's on a foreign exchange program overseas right now, and he won't be back for the rest of the season. It's going to be gone. Tristan has long since finished his projects. Joey, he built his house. He built 2 houses. That was it. He built 2 houses. Lefo abandoned her projects a long time ago. Riley, quite happy with his cruise ship. He is quite happy with his cruise ship, despite some of the trouble we've had with it. Hannah left the server a long time ago. Avery, Dakota, everyone's just done. Everyone is done, except for me. I'm the one holding everyone back, so I gotta get this done. And I gotta get this done right now. So, without further ado, let's finish this dock once and for all. Yeah. Okay, well, it doesn't look so great from this angle, but from this angle, it looks amazing. Look at that. You can see it all down there. You see that? You see that? Okay. I have been busy. It is, that's a bit of an understatement, to be honest. I have been busy? Yeah. You think? Take a look around. Let's see. That's new. 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 It's all new. All sorts of stuff. And obviously this is new. Helicopter. Whee! It was completely not necessary, but you know what? I wanted a really nice sky-high, you know, kind of a view of the area, and, yeah, this is what we ended up with. You know, because helicopters are cool, and also because Thomas the Tank Engine had Harold the Helicopter, and I thought he was awesome, and I wanted to pay tribute to that at least a little bit. Because this whole thing just stems from a childhood obsession with Thomas the Tank Engine, as I've said before. So there. Deal with it. Whew. You know, I could sit here and I could go over every detail, you know? But I don't think I need to. I think a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory. There are some more details I obviously added outside of that time lapse. I, you know, came back, I made sure that everything was looking proper, but for the most part, I mean, you saw everything I did. So, let me give you the quick rundown here. Let's give me the short and dirty version here after I sleep. Alright then, so over here, we already had established there was the shed, there was the factory. This factory, I've done some building on. Let's actually show that off real quick. So there's a bit of an interior, but only kind of. There's a forklift here. There's a desk that doesn't have anything on it. There's a factory floor with nothing going on. And, yeah, I don't have a plan. I have no plans to finish this factory, actually. This is as finished as it's going to be. It does have this. Wait, why is that one a... That's not it. That was it. There we go. I don't know why that was different. This is kind of like a board of directors room, meeting room, something like that. It's just here. It's actually the most complete room in the entire building, I'd say. There was some other grandiose plans for grandiose, big plans to finish this area that obviously never came to fruition, but that's okay because, to be honest, it looks great from the outside, and that's all I really care about at this moment. Over here, you saw me building a multitude of these buildings. These are signal boxes, which I did mention. You know, I heard a bat. Where's that bat from? You know, I don't care. Signal boxes, this is pretty straightforward. These little levers, these are meant to change all of the points out there, you know, boop, boop, and then, you know, now the trains can go one way or the other. Obviously it doesn't function. I'm not wiring that much redstone around here, but there's 6 of these. They all look exactly the same. They're all very pretty, and they are all, you know, they serve a little purpose for the lore of this place, you know, keeping engines safe, keeping people safe. Oh, yes, this is my chest monster. No other way to explain it. This is just a mess. But it's an intentional mess. See, it's kind of part of the lore here. It's like this is where boxes and stuff get thrown when they're, you know, getting ready to put them up. You know, this is oh, you know, we're just unloading crap. We'll sort this out later. Which, you know, accurate. Because I'll sort this out never, probably. But, you know, behind us over here, we've, of course, just got regular old rolling stock. We got an empty flatbed, which, you know, haven't seen one of these boys empty in a long time. Everything else I've filled up. And then there's, you know, some of these open trucks and a tanker. A tanker. I had to think of the word for it. And I don't have any rockets again. And speaking of tankers, I actually built a couple more that are not on wheels, like over here. This is just like a tanker, like while it's in use. And you can, you know, you can assume it's fuel or water, natural gas, I don't really care, whatever it needs to be. But it goes right here. This one probably is fuel because it's sitting right here next to our helipad for, you know, the helicopter up there, obviously. And of course we have another signal box over here. There is this monstrosity. Oh gosh, I don't even know if I want to show this off. Let me turn off the shaders here for a second so you can get a proper look at... Wow, it is disorienting to change shaders like that. You can get kind of a look at what I was doing here. I actually built these without... Oh, I just realized I didn't actually clean this up. You can see what I'm going for here. You can kind of get the vibes of the flame here. Like, it's not terrible... But I don't know. This is my first time ever trying this kind of glass flame effect. I've literally never done this before. And I think the idea is there, but I really don't think I executed it right. And I don't know how to execute it right. This is this is where I'm going to leave it. You know, I don't know how to do it better. And I mean, like, it's cool, you know. And you can still, you know, get inside the cab. Oh yeah, the fuel here is lava rocks because it's a hell train. But yeah, there's stuff going on here, but it ain't great stuff. I kind of think maybe I shouldn't have Ghost Rider-ified it. But at the same time, it looks decent. It looks decent without shaders on, though. But if we go turn on the shaders, as we've been doing for most of the it loses a lot of the punch. Again, not terrible. I could have done better, and I know I could have. So, coming right down here, I did build some red coaches here. There's not much to it. I mean, it's exactly the same on the inside and outside, just different color. And it looks really pretty. I actually am really quite happy with the way that these turned out. It's just, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a red coach. Although, I did put, if I can fly, geez, I did put a second red coach over here on this old station. So, you know, now you get the idea here, right? There's a little bit of a gap. You don't mind the gap and all of that. And, yeah. I think it fits in really nice, and I think it's nice that I proportioned everything out beforehand. You know, I had a pretty good idea of how I was building all this, and it's just nice to see this kind of line up like that. I wondered a little bit about putting a train on this side just to kind of add to the scale of it, but obviously I decided not to, because the thing is realistically, for a tiny railroad of this size, the amount of engines that we have already is excessive. I mean, excessive. Speaking of the amount of engines we have, there's a new one. Right over here. This is the British Railways engine. I can't remember its official title, but the nickname is a Ginty. It is a Ginty. It's not a far cry from something like Thomas the Tank Engine, you know. It's not exactly the same, but similar. The idea behind this engine is that it is our mining engine. This is the one that this is the engine that runs up to the quarry and back, and so obviously I had to give it a bit of a load over here, and, well, or maybe I should get on top instead of under it. As you can see, it is just full of stone coming down from the quarry. Nothing too fancy, but yeah, you know, it serves its purpose. That's where all the stone comes from, all the stone that made the dock, right? From a lore standpoint, that is. Like, you know, I didn't even build the quarry till after the dock, but from a lore standpoint, this is how the quarry was built. Or the dock was built, from the quarry. But of course, the biggest thing that I added is right here, this section right here, and I have been wanting to build this the entire time I've had the dock. This is the water tower, and it is a beautiful rustic green hunk of metal up on sticks. This thing is gorgeous. I'm actually so stinking proud of this. This water tower is, this beautiful painted green water tower was inspired by the Union Pacific Station in Ogden, Utah. And it's very iconic. If you drive past Ogden, you know exactly what you're looking for. It's big and it's pretty, and it was inspired by that. I obviously did not make it as tall as the Union Station water tower in Ogden, but it is, you know, it's based on that. And then over here, we've got a little bit of a watershed. I think is a term, watershed, something like that. I don't know. This is a building. It connects to the water tower. It holds more water, is the idea. It doesn't actually hold anything. If you open the doors here, it holds one torch. And then, as you can see right here, a big old chunk of coal. Do you like the texturing I did here? I don't actually know. I didn't texture hardly anything on this railway at all, except for this, and then also this wall over here. It's also textured, because this is where the coal comes down into the engines. This is, of course, the coaling depot, and it's best to get a kind of a view from up here. It's kind of just my own design. Real coaling depots typically have two lines running next to each other, one to lift coal up into the thingy, and the other to dump coal out for an engine. I didn't build these lines close enough, and I didn't really have a space for that, so I said screw it, and I kind of came with my own design. So, over here, right where Seabird, of course, is, and Seabird's not hauling coal, but assuming that Seabird here was hauling coal, the truck with the coal would stop on here, and this kind of metal area, it would kind of tilt up, and it would dump all the coal onto here. And then these are rolling conveyors that would push the coal along up into here. As you can see, it's a bit empty. You know, they're waiting on a new shipment or something. I don't know. You can come up with more reasons. It's not that big of a deal. But this pulls it all up here. And then these pistons, of course, I was going to redstonify this, make it actually functional, that you could open and close those pistons, but you can't. I just have them permanently on so that it looks like you can potentially open them and dump the coal down into an engine. This is, again, proportioned properly to something even big like our Black 5 engine over there. You know, any of the engines on this railway will fit perfectly with this water tower or this coaling depot. I've done the math, just trust me on that. Yeah. Where was I going with that? I don't know. And finally, all the way up here, this line is also now, well, finished is the wrong term, because this line had much grander plans going into it when I started it, but now it just buffers off right there, right in front of the sunset. That's actually really pretty now that I think about it, but... And there was a little bit more lore meant to be established here. There's this cute little farmhouse ruins here that I had Alex help me out with. And I did end up finishing the details here, because again, Alex is no longer on the server. But this was such a weird little thing. This ruins was already here, kind of. There was these wheat plants, and then a chest that I moved the chest, but all the stuff that was in the chest, this was all already here. I don't know which Poggy put this here. No idea. But it's been here for a long time, so I turned it into this cute little ruins next to the railway. Well, next to the failed railway, rather. And yeah, and then of course, as you can see, I planted a beacon right here as well. Not for any particular reason. It doesn't exactly fit the vibe of the town, but at the same time, I wanted it there, and it was the best place for it. And I also textured up the heck out of this pathway just a little bit here, just to, you know, oh, this is where the walking paths are. This is people going to the station, to the bar, to the crate. I think that, wow. You know, I almost never thought I'd reach this point, but I think that's everything. Not just for the dock, but for the entire railroad. Because we got Daybreak, the engine up at that started it all, up in the valley. And the path leading down there comes down to the docks here, and there's Lord Farquaad, there's Seabird, Black Carcosa. I don't think I ever named this train on camera. Its name is Chapel. Which, you know, it's kind of an irony, you know, it being a hell train and all of that. It's named after, like, a church structure. It's the chapel engine, and I think that's cool. Oh, and Ginty, it's not, the name isn't Ginty. The engine name is Ginty. Well, no, the engine type is Ginty? The engine over there, its name... Oh, shoot, I don't have a name for it. That wasn't actually intentional. I just genuinely guessed I forgot to name the Ginty. Yeah, and my brain's fried. I've never been, like, so completely exhausted by Minecraft. In a good way. I'm not like, you know, upset at Minecraft or done playing or anything like that. But I am exhausted. This project, it is so dang good. And it is so much to look at. There was so much to do here. I'm tired. I'm tired. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I have been working on this for over a year. That's the thing, is I've worked on this railway for over a year. I've never worked that long on a project, ever. I've made some big projects. But this railway, this is the largest single project in Minecraft I've ever worked on. And I couldn't be prouder of it. I absolutely love how this thing looks. No, I've just spent, like, forever on this project, and it is so amazing to see it done like this. I'm really, as much as, you know, I'm showing this off to you guys, I'm also just taking it all in. I'm taking in the fact that I've completed this. Just look at that. It's like a bustling town, or I mean, it's a completed railway. That's what it is. It's complete. I don't know what to do with myself. Holy crap, that's a creeper. It's really funny to look at, you know, it's really funny to take it all in. And even down here, we got the map, right? And you can see it's all updated. You can see that glass mess above that train, and the helicopter right there up in above that, and then all of the coaling depot. There's the Ginty engine. That's the lead's name. Oh, right. And speaking of names, I finally came up with a name for this railroad. It took me months to figure it out, but it was kind of staring me in the face, you know? This railway, this is the Great Poggies Railway, the GPR. You know, I thought about a lot of different names. The naming style here, of course, comes from British Railways, where they would take all the different railways that was abbreviated into the top letters. You know, the Great Western Railway, the GWR. Well, the Great Poggies Railway, the GPR. You can tell I'm a Thomas nerd. It does make me a little sad knowing that this is it. You know, this is the end of the season, like I said before. This is the last thing that needed to be done. No one else is online. No one else will be online. I don't know. This may be the last episode of the season. I'm not sure. There may be one more. There may be one more talking to the Pogs and stuff. I don't know. Obviously, you'll be able to tell soon. But while on one hand I'm sad to see it's over, on the other hand, I'm just happy that it happened. This was one heck of a project. The Great Poggies Railway. I can't think of a name that is more fitting. You know. And I think it all started right over here. Right through this tunnel. Well over a year ago. Yep. I built all of it. This whole railway. The Great Poggies Railway. And so, maybe for the last time, or maybe not. This is Hunter Yes, Hunter No, signing off. Good night.